Where is your focus with organizations right now?
For the past, since the pandemic, I've worked a lot with organizations that are facing challenges in terms of profit, growth, feeling stuck, and helping them to transition into, to really amplify their profitability, but also to relate more authentically with their audiences, but also to build trust within organizations, especially organizations that has gone through a lot. And I think the times that we are moving into, where we are seeing a tremendous amount of corporate unrest, the post-truth society, that we've become, and it's actually 2.0 of the post-truth society, but also the digital puppetry that is happening, that is creating polarizations. Like the World Economic Forum announced that polarization is one of the biggest global risks that we will face. And although we are seeing things happening in the world as a polycrisis has also moved into the corporate hemisphere. And I think that is where my focus is to look at what's on the horizon, what trends can we see, how can we prepare for those trends, but also how can we transform them into protopia rather than dystopia. I don't believe that utopia is the answer, because utopia is just one part of the puzzle. But when you merge dystopia and utopia, protopia is where the opportunity grows, and that slow evolution and revolution that you can do. So working with brands on, here's the corporate unrest, here's the trends that are happening, because marketing is basically this. It's sentiment analysis. Who's all the people that feel positive about my brand? And then negative sentiment analysis. Who's all the people that feel negative? So we ignore the people that have decided they don't want to support the brand. It's the undecided people that we always focus on, that we want to bring over to choose us. But now what we are seeing is the undecided are starting to move tremendously towards the negative side. And so organizations really need to start thinking about corporate unrest and what this is going to mean. I mean, corporate unrest is all the boycotting that is happening, digital protest. It's quite fascinating, hey? Digital protest is, for example, where people will deliberately cause chaos in your UX and CX, because people know how to do anything, because AI is there to inform people that want to do good or bad. And there's a lot of interesting things that are happening within corporate unrest, whistleblowing. People like Faith Popcorn explains it as the pushback of the people. And when AI starts taking many people's jobs, the pushback is going to become even stronger. And so we as organizations need to start preparing in the time of polarization. How are we creating community? Like, if you look what we've been doing with Conscious Leaders, we've created a community which is a safe place in all of this chaos for women to gather. Organizations need to start thinking about, how do they create community? How do they create community digitally and digital fires? But also, how do they create experiences and community through analog renaissance, which is also a big trend that's happening. So I think, to answer your question, very simple for me, is trends and transformation, and looking at corporate unrest and the post-truth era and say, okay, right, where is the opportunity here, and where is it within your buyer's journey? What is happening in there that we can go and see how those trends are actually transcending, or how we can eliminate those and prepare for the future, because the future doesn't happen to us, we happen to the future.